Either people adore weddings or they can't bear attending them at all. There is something that each and every guest may take pleasure in, whether it be the delicious meal, the meaningful ceremony, or the joyous celebration. Weddings typically adhere to the same format, which can be compared to going through the motions of a theatrical production. Even though a lot of time and money is put into making sure that the big day goes off without a hitch, many people still end up in humiliating situations. What makes these instances stand out so much is the fact that they clash with the mood and purpose of a wedding day, coming across as awkward and hilarious most of the time. This is what makes them stick out so much. We're going to look at the photographs that were taken during uncomfortable periods at weddings and were precisely timed. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the most embarrassing wedding moments caught on camera. Yeah, you heard it right. Groomsman down. We're sorry about what took place with this groomsman friend. This groomsman had been slaving away all day in the sweltering heat to get ready for the wedding when all of a sudden he passed out in the middle of the ceremony. The good news is that he stood back up a few moments later, despite the fact that the fall had caused him to break a number of his teeth. Leaning tower of cake. On the day of their wedding, the last thing anyone wants is to make a fool of themselves or undo all the hard work that others have put in to make everything perfect. Although it is not entirely clear what the bride and groom were trying to accomplish, it is evident that they were successful in toppling their tall cake. Bride song to groom. Every bride and groom has the same goal in mind. They want their wedding day to be one that their significant other will never forget. According to a report in the Daily Mail, one bride chose to take the microphone and play a touching song for her hubby on their wedding day. She contributed her own original work on the tune. What made it strange, on the other hand, was the groom, who appeared uncomfortable for the entirety of the performance. Freak out. On the day of the wedding, awkward situations might frequently not be avoided. It is up to the wedding party to roll with the punches and not let anything get to them emotionally or physically. This picture gives the impression that the photographers thought they had more access than they actually did because they were able to take a picture of the bride when she was on her way to the lavatory. Another way to remove a garter. At weddings, it's common for guests to forget who they are and what they want. This couple had no shame in putting on a show for their guests, as seen by the fact that they transformed a standard wedding custom into a racy performance. This particular groom chose to remove his garter using his teeth, in contrast to the majority of grooms who just use their hands to tug it off. Asleep at the reception. At each and every wedding, there's always at least one visitor or member of the wedding party who appears to have consumed a touch too much alcohol. At least this person didn't give in to becoming a nuisance or making difficulty for anybody else, but rather, he retired to a table, hung his head down, and fell off to sleep instead of becoming a problem for anyone else. Bride on blades. There's a good chance that the woman in this picture is donning a wedding gown, but today is most likely not her wedding day. On the other hand, it is possible that she is a bride and that today is her wedding day. Since it is her wedding day, she may have just made the decision to put on some rollerblades because, well, it is her wedding and she can do whatever she wants. Alpaca. Once the alpaca arrives, then the festivities can officially begin. On the day of the wedding, all of the guests are obligated to comply with the wishes of the bride and the groom, on the basis of the fact that the couple appears content while standing next to this alpaca. It is reasonable to assume that they were successful in achieving their goals for their wedding day, photos that should be swept under the rug. It's possible that this couple is joking around, but if they are, the joke they're telling isn't very funny. This couple has a really unique concept for their wedding photos, which involves groomsmen and bridesmaids on each side holding up a multicolored rug to act as a backdrop for the shots. However, considering that it is their wedding day, they have certainly earned the right to do whatever they like at this point in time. Jabba the Hutt. These days, themed weddings are nothing new, and they may be anything from tropical to set in a different era or even based on the universe of a certain movie, with the exception of one detail: the wedding cake. This wedding doesn't seem to have a particular motif or concept running through it. When viewed from behind, it appears to be in the shape of Jabba the Hutt, a villain from the Star Wars franchise. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.